It weighs 3 pounds. 3 pounds of soft, wrinkled tissue, resembling a giant walnut. Yet this seemingly unremarkable organ is the most complex structure known to humankind. This is the human brain, the command center of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Billions of neurons fire every second, weaving intricate tapestries of thought and consciousness. The cortex elevates us above primal instincts, enriching the human experience. These regions work in harmony, integrating information from the outside world and our internal states. The cortex is divided into 2 hemispheres, left and right, each controlling the opposite side of the body. These hemispheres are further subdivided into 4 lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. Each lobe houses a collection of specialized areas, working in concert to orchestrate the symphony of our minds. At the forefront of the brain, just behind the forehead, lies the frontal lobe, the CEO of our brain. This region is responsible for our higher cognitive functions, including planning, decision-making, and working memory. The parietal lobe, situated behind the frontal lobe, is our sensory integration center. It receives information from our senses, touch, taste, temperature, and pain, and combines it with visual and spatial information to create a coherent perception of the world. Nestled beneath the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe is the hub of auditory processing, memory, and language comprehension. At the back of the brain lies the occipital lobe, dedicated to processing visual information. It receives input from our eyes, decodes it, and sends it to other brain regions for interpretation. Damage to this area can result in partial or complete blindness, even if the eyes themselves are healthy. Imagine the grace of a dancer, the precision of a surgeon, or the power of an athlete's swing. These intricate movements and countless others are orchestrated by a narrow strip of tissue running across the top of the brain, the motor cortex. This remarkable area is responsible for planning, controlling, and executing voluntary movements. The motor cortex is organized like a map of the body, with different regions controlling specific body parts. The areas controlling the hands and face occupy a larger portion of the motor cortex, reflecting the fine motor skills required for these body parts. When you decide to move your hand, for example, the corresponding area in the motor cortex sends signals down the spinal cord to the muscles, initiating the movement. Research on the motor cortex has led to groundbreaking advancements in prosthetics. Scientists have developed brain-machine interfaces that allow paralyzed individuals to control robotic limbs with their thoughts. Close your eyes and imagine the feeling of warm sand between your toes, the taste of a ripe strawberry, or the sound of your favorite song. These sensations and countless others are brought to life by the sensory cortex, a region of the brain dedicated to processing information from our senses. The sensory cortex is located in the parietal, temporal, and occipital lobes, with each lobe responsible for processing information from specific senses. The parietal lobe houses the somatosensory cortex, which receives input from our skin and muscles, providing us with our sense of touch, temperature, pain, and body position. The sensory cortex doesn't merely receive information from our senses, it interprets and organizes it, creating a coherent perception of the world. The sensory cortex is highly adaptable, constantly rewiring itself based on our experiences. While the sensory and motor cortices process information from the outside world and control our movements, it's the association areas that truly set the human brain apart. These vast regions, encompassing much of the cortex, are responsible for our higher cognitive functions, including thinking, learning, remembering, and problem-solving. The association areas don't have specific sensory or motor functions. Instead, they receive input from multiple sensory areas and integrate it with our past experiences, emotions, and goals. The prefrontal cortex, the most evolved part of the human brain, plays a crucial role in executive functions such as planning, decision-making, working memory, and impulse control. The temporal association areas play a crucial role in language comprehension, memory formation, and object recognition. Language, a uniquely human ability, is the cornerstone of our civilization. It allows us to communicate our thoughts and ideas, share our experiences, and transmit knowledge across generations. This remarkable skill is largely attributed to the intricate workings of the language centers in the brain, primarily located in the left hemisphere. 2 key areas in the left hemisphere are crucial for language processing: Broca's area and Wernicke's area. Broca's area, located in the frontal lobe, is responsible for language production, including grammar, syntax, and the coordination of muscles involved in speech. Wernicke's area, situated in the temporal lobe, plays a vital role in language comprehension. The language centers don't operate in isolation. They work in concert with other brain regions, including the auditory cortex, visual cortex, and memory centers, to process and interpret language. Emotions are the colors of our inner world, painting our experiences with shades of joy, sadness, anger, fear, and love. They are essential for our survival, guiding our behavior, shaping our relationships, and enriching our lives. While emotions are often perceived as intangible and fleeting, they are rooted in the intricate circuitry of our brains, particularly in a network of structures known as the limbic system. The limbic system, nestled deep within the brain, is a collection of interconnected structures that play a crucial role in processing emotions, motivations, and memories. The amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure, is the brain's fear center, responsible for detecting and responding to threats. The hippocampus, shaped like a seahorse, is essential for forming new memories, particularly those with emotional significance. The hypothalamus, a tiny but mighty structure, regulates our body's internal environment, controlling hunger, thirst, sleep-wake cycles, and body temperature. The limbic system is intricately connected to the prefrontal cortex, allowing us to regulate our emotions, make rational decisions, and engage in socially appropriate behavior. Consciousness, the subjective experience of being aware of oneself and the world, is perhaps the most profound mystery of the human mind. While we can study the brain's physical structures and functions, the subjective experience of consciousness remains elusive, defying easy explanation. Despite its enigmatic nature, consciousness is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. It allows us to experience the world around us, reflect on our thoughts and feelings, and engage in meaningful relationships. The thalamus, a relay station deep within the brain, is thought to be involved in regulating consciousness and attention. The reticular activating system, or RAS, a network of neurons spanning the brainstem, thalamus, and cortex, plays a crucial role in arousal and wakefulness. The cortex, the outermost layer of the brain, is thought to be essential for higher-level consciousness, including self-awareness, language, and abstract thought. While we have made significant strides in understanding the brain, consciousness remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of science. The human brain, with its billions of neurons and trillions of connections, is the most complex object in the known universe. As we delve deeper into the cortex, we unlock possibilities for enhancing human potential and treating neurological disorders. One area of research is brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, which hold the promise of restoring function to individuals with paralysis. Another frontier is neuropharmacology, developing drugs to treat brain disorders. AI is also crucial in brain research, analyzing brain scans to identify patterns. This could lead to earlier diagnoses of neurological disorders. As we unlock the secrets of the cortex and develop powerful new technologies to manipulate the brain, we must proceed with caution and careful ethical consideration. The ability to enhance cognitive function, alter memories, or even control emotions raises profound ethical questions about identity, autonomy, and the very essence of what it means to be human. One concern is the potential for widening the gap between the haves and have-nots. If brain enhancement technologies become available, they could exacerbate existing social inequalities, creating a world where the wealthy have access to cognitive enhancements that give them an unfair advantage in education, employment, and other areas of life. It's crucial to ensure that these technologies are accessible to all, regardless of socioeconomic status, to prevent further entrenching existing disparities. Another ethical challenge is the potential for coercion or misuse. Imagine a world where employers require brain scans as part of the hiring process, or governments use brain-computer interfaces to monitor citizens' thoughts and emotions. It's essential to establish clear ethical guidelines and regulations to prevent the misuse of these powerful technologies and protect individual rights and freedoms. The human cortex, a thin layer of cells draped over our brains, is a testament to the awe-inspiring complexity and potential of the human mind. It's the seat of our consciousness, the conductor of our thoughts, the architect of our actions, and the wellspring of our creativity. As we continue to explore this uncharted territory, we unlock not only the secrets of the brain, but also the very essence of what it means to be human. From the graceful movements of a dancer, to the profound insights of a scientist, from the heartwarming connections of love, to the gut-wrenching pain of loss, the cortex orchestrates the symphony of our lives. The future of neuroscience is bright with promise. As we continue to unravel the complexities of the cortex, we open doors to new treatments for neurological disorders, innovative technologies that enhance human capabilities, and a deeper understanding of the human mind. But with this great power comes great responsibility. The cortex is not merely an organ, it's the essence of who we are. By understanding the cortex, we unlock the secrets of our shared humanity and embark on a journey of endless fascination and discovery.